everyone, thanks for joining our training today. My name is Drew and I'm an Associate Education Strategist here at Huddle. Let's go over a quick agenda of today's session so you know what to expect. We'll start with an overview of Hudl Focus and the Hudl Focus app. After that, we'll show you how to record video through Focus. One of the awesome features of Hudl Focus is the ability to live stream or broadcast, so next we'll chat about that process so your teams can take advantage of that. After that, we'll go over the new Hudl Focus Exchange Network. Then, we'll chat about how Outdoor Focus integrates with Huddle Sideline for football teams. Finally, we'll wrap up today's session going over the great resources available to you and your team. Let's dive into some more details about your Outdoor Focus camera and the Hudl Focus app. When it comes to capturing every moment in sports, Hudl Focus has you covered. Your camera offers all of these features plus more, and we'll dive into all of these now. Here's what the Outdoor Focus camera looks like. The unit uses 4 lenses to capture the entire field. These angles are stitched together to create a 180-degree panoramic video, and the best part is computer vision will follow the play, so you don't have to worry about panning or zooming. Once the game is over, the video will automatically upload to your Huddle library. When it comes to the camera's installation, it's extremely important it's in the correct location. The camera must be installed at midfield, no more than 5 feet to the left or right of the 50-yard line, and no less than 36 feet back from the sideline. The camera's required height depends on how far it'll be from the sideline. In case there are any coaches or people in the room who will help install your school's camera, check out our installation guide online to see how high your camera should be installed, depending on the distance it will be from your sideline. Before we dive into the Hudl Focus app, I want to mention one more thing to the people in the room who will be helping install your school's camera. While you're in the process of installing the camera, you must have the Hudl Focus app downloaded to your device so you can follow the installation steps and questions. It is very important you follow the steps in the app. Your coaches won't be able to start recording from the Focus camera until you follow the installation workflow on the app. After the installation workflow has been completed in the app, our team at Huddle will calibrate the camera, and that process can take up to 24 hours. After that, the camera is ready to use. Next, let's dive into how the Hudl Focus app works for coaches. This is what the app will look like once your camera has been installed. You'll see an image of your field on top, and below the image of the field, you'll see all of your scheduled recordings. You can think of the Hudl Focus app as your camera's control center. You can start a recording, view scheduled recordings, and manage which games you'd want live streamed. For all of the coaches who will be using the Focus camera, install the Hudl Focus app to your devices. If your school's camera hasn't been installed yet, you can still download the app, but there won't be anything to see until the installation process has been completed. Most likely, your school's facilities or IT staff will be the ones installing the camera, and they will follow the process to activate the camera through the Focus app, as we've mentioned on the previous slide. One quick note is the Focus app can be installed on both iOS and Android devices. This is what the initial screen will look like once you open the Hudl Focus app. Most coaches will want to tap this button here and use your Huddle credentials to get logged into the Focus app. Once you're logged in, you'll see this screen. We'll do a quick tour now of everything you can access. This will let you know the status of your camera. This icon in the top right will take you into your settings. This photo will show you what your camera is seeing, but keep in mind this is not a live feed of your camera. This is simply a photo that Focus takes every hour or so to make sure your camera is still up and running. These are the schedule entries for upcoming games that Focus will record. This is what one of the schedule entries looks like once that recording has started. The extend button allows you to extend the recording time, and the stop button allows you to stop it early. Finally, this blue button on the bottom right allows you to create an on-the-fly recording. Now that we have the basics covered, let's move on to recording video through Focus and watching the video captured from Focus back on Huddle. Hudl Focus can open so many doors when it comes to capturing your film. No need to coordinate filmers for your home games. Focus will also capture your home games automatically. Also, you can now easily record freshman and JV games, as well as practices and other events when you might not have had the bandwidth before. For example, you can now record your tryouts, scrimmages, and other workouts with ease. We'll go over different ways you can use Focus and show you how you can record games and practices along the way. Next, let's walk through how to record a game through Focus. There are 2 ways to record a game through the Hudl Focus camera: automatically through the schedule page on Huddle.com, or by starting a recording on the Focus app. Your Focus camera connects with your schedule on Huddle to automatically record every home game. If you add or update a schedule entry, your camera updates with it. To make sure your camera automatically captures your home games, log into Huddle.com, hover over the Team tab, and select Schedule. This takes you to your schedule page on Huddle. Next, add your schedule entries to Huddle by clicking on Add Event in the upper right-hand corner. After you click on Add Event, the Details panel will pop up on the right-hand side for you to complete all of the required fields. Click Save when you're done. Follow these same steps for all of your schedule entries. Now, you may be wondering how this syncs up with your Focus camera. For each of your home games on your schedule page, the camera will start recording at the start of the game and will continue recording for 2.5 hours. Here's what the Focus app will look like after a schedule entry has been added. You will see the image of the field on the top of the screen, and below you will see all of the scheduled recordings. In this example, there is one home game currently scheduled to record through the Focus camera. When it comes to automatically recording through the Focus, one of the most common questions we get is how will this work if two teams play back-to-back games less than 2 hours apart? No worries at all, the Focus camera can handle multiple recordings at the same time. For example, if the JV game is scheduled for 5 p.m. and the varsity game is scheduled to start at 7, the camera will turn on at 5 to start recording the JV game, and the recording will run for 2.5 hours and upload to the JV account. Then, the camera will start a second recording at 7 for the varsity game and will record for 2.5 hours and upload to the varsity account. Now, most football games aren't 2.5 hours long, so after the game ends, coaches can easily jump on the Focus app to end the recording. For example, after the game has ended and you've shaken hands with the opposing team, you can open up the Focus app to end the recording. The second way to record a game on the Focus camera is to start a recording through the app. This method is helpful in case not all of your schedule entries have been entered on your schedule page yet, as well as it allows you to be flexible when starting a recording. To get started, open the Hudl Focus app and tap the plus icon in the lower right-hand corner. Next, choose if you'd like to record a practice or game. In this example, we'll choose Game. Then enter the event details. You can edit the title of the recording, the length of the recording, and which team you'd like to upload to. The Start Now option will automatically be enabled if you would like to choose a time for the camera to start recording. Tap the green toggle to turn it off, and then select a time you want the Focus camera to start recording. Once you've entered the details, tap Add in the upper right-hand corner, and your recording will begin at the set time. Now let's walk through how to record a practice with Hudl Focus. To start recording a practice, open the Focus app and click on the blue plus sign in the lower right-hand corner, as shown in the last few slides. Similar to recording a game through the app, you can edit the title of the recording, the length, the start time, and choose which team you'd like to upload to. Once all of the details have been entered, tap Add in the upper right-hand corner and the recording will begin at the set time. Each of your recordings will default to 2.5 hours long, however sometimes you may want to extend that time or end it early. Let's go over how to do both of those things. Once the recording stops, you'll see these two buttons appear under the schedule entry. To extend your recording, tap Extend. When you tap that, you'll see the ability to extend the recording by 30, 60, or 90 minutes. Select whichever one you'd like. Once you select one, you'll see a confirmation appear at the top of the screen. Stopping a recording is just as easy. This time, we'll select Stop. When you click that, you'll be given this box to confirm stopping the recording. Keep in mind that stopping the recording will also end any live streaming or broadcasting you're doing. Once again, you'll receive a notification letting you know that the recording has successfully been ended. Now that your recording is complete, let's walk through watching this video on Huddle. After the recording has ended, your video will automatically appear in your library soon after. The amount of time it takes to upload depends on your network's upload speed. Once your upload is complete, log into Huddle.com and navigate to the Video tab at the top of your page. Here, you'll be able to view the recording by clicking on the video to watch it. Another awesome benefit of recording through Hudl Focus are the multiple camera angles you get back with each video. When recording a game, Focus automatically captures two angles, a panoramic angle that includes the full field and a tactical angle that follows the play. When recording a practice, the camera automatically records 4 angles, the panoramic and tactical, as well as a left field and right field. The left and right field angles are super helpful if you have two different drills happening on different ends of the field during practice. For a football team, all game recordings will automatically be clipped out on the tactical angle, as well as each angle will upload separately into the library like the picture on the right. All other teams can toggle between these angles as you replay the video on Hudl.com by clicking on the camera icon highlighted in the picture on the left. Here's a shot of what the panoramic angle looks like for all sports using the focus camera. You can view one half of the field at a time during a practice recording with the left and right field angles. Again, this is a great way to view if two different teams share a field during practice or you have two different drills happening on each end of the field. This way you can get a zoomed-in look of the action. These are some examples of the tactical angle that was shot on Hudl Focus. As we mentioned, Hudl Focus can open up opportunities to record more moments than previously possible, including practices, drills, tryouts, or conditioning. We encourage you to get creative with the ways you want to take advantage of your Hudl Focus camera. Here are 3 more examples. One awesome way we heard a basketball team using their focus camera was they recorded a digital playbook. They recorded their team walking through the plays of practice using Focus, then created a playlist in Hudl called Playbook for their team to review. Next, coaches can take film from practices to review moments of good or poor sportsmanship. We know building and maintaining a positive team culture is so important, so now you can share these moments with your athletes for one-on-one feedback. A third way you can take advantage of film captured using Hudl Focus is having your athletes perform self-evaluations. Taking film from practices and games, they can find 3 moments they need to improve and 3 moments where they excelled each week and save those clips to a playlist to share with the coaches. This allows them to get involved in their performance. Hopefully, this gets the wheels turning in your head for ways you can take your film to the next level with your team. With Hudl Focus, you can either live stream or broadcast your games. Let's learn the differences between the two, and we'll also go over how to use both with your Hudl Focus camera. There are a few differences between live streaming and broadcasting with Hudl Focus. With live streaming, it sends focus video directly to YouTube. It's an automatic process once you create a YouTube account. It's free to use, plus there isn't a paywall option, so your community doesn't need to pay to watch. But there are still ways to earn money from your streams if you get creative with sponsorships and online marketing. You also don't need to purchase any equipment or recruit any extra manpower to start a YouTube stream. As long as you enable YouTube Live for the events you want to live stream, the live stream will automatically begin when the focus camera starts recording. Just be sure to set up a YouTube account ahead of your season and set up your schedule in Hudl TV, and your games will automatically live stream. With broadcasting, you choose Focus as a video source within a broadcast software. This is a manual process and you'll need at least one person to run your broadcast software. You can get creative with scoreboard graphics, logos, and other effects provided by the broadcast software you choose. The broadcast software will stream the primary angle for your sport, which is the tactical angle, but you have the option to add angles recorded by other devices and a microphone for clear commentary. Once your broadcast is set up and Focus as the video source, you can choose to send the feed to a live stream platform like NFHS Network, Facebook, YouTube, and Stretch Live. For broadcasting, instead of streaming directly to YouTube, the feed will go directly to the broadcast software first. Once Focus video is sent to a broadcast software, you can then choose to send it to a live streaming platform. One thing to keep in mind with this option is you'll need a laptop or computer to run the broadcast software and a person to manage it. Once you have a broadcasting platform picked out, like Blueframe Production Truck, Wirecast, or OBS, we'll provide you with an IP address to add as a video source so you can securely access the feed from Focus over your network. Then, once you start a new Focus recording, whether it's through a schedule entry or an on-the-fly recording, you can start a new broadcast and select Focus as the video source. Just make sure your broadcast platform is running on a computer that's wired into the same network as Hudl Focus. Download any broadcast software that accepts an IP feed to create a premium viewing experience with custom graphics, audio commentary, and advertisements. To start a broadcast, open the Hudl Focus app, then tap the settings icon. Tap Connect your broadcast account. Find the RTMP address under Stream URL. Open your broadcast software and add the Focus video stream by entering the stream URL. The steps will differ depending on which software you use, but the following instructions provided by that software to finish setting up a broadcast. Since sending your Hudl Focus video to YouTube is automatic, free, and simple to set up, let's dive further into live streaming. Your school or team will need to create a YouTube account in order to live stream Hudl Focus games online. Ideally, your school will set up a YouTube channel for all teams to stream events. Individual teams may also want to set up their own YouTube accounts for streaming purposes. Be sure to set up your YouTube account at least 24 hours before your first game. After your school has created a YouTube account, you need to authorize your YouTube account. It's important that your account is verified and set up for live streaming before you connect it to your Focus camera. YouTube's verification process can take up to 24 hours, so don't wait. Now that your account has been verified, you'll need to enable your live streaming before your first game. The YouTube livestream feature through Focus can be enabled or disabled for each game. For privacy reasons, each game will default to not live streaming, so you'll need to take these steps to enable for each game. To turn on live streaming for a game, tap on the game from the Focus app. Tap the toggle button to turn on live streaming for that game. After live streaming has been toggled on, tap Update to save the change. To confirm your game will be live streamed, check out the main screen on your Focus app here. After you get your YouTube account all set up, you can share the YouTube link or send fans to your school's YouTube feed, where they can watch all of the live streams as they happen. Let your fans know you will be live streaming the game. After the recording has started, head to your Hudl Focus app and click the share button next to the active recording to send the link to your live stream via text, social media, or to copy the URL and share it in an email or on your school's website. Here's an example of what it looks like in YouTube during the live stream. If your athletic department or individual teams have a Twitter account, one way you could share the link for those fans to watch the live stream is to tweet it from those accounts. That way, fans who follow the Twitter account can easily watch the game as soon as the tweet goes out. Check out these examples for how other schools have promoted their live streams. Next, let's chat about the Focus Exchange network that Hudl Focus users are able to use. Starting right away, you can automatically receive film for any games played in front of a Focus camera, whether you're at home, away, or a neutral site. If games are played at more than one location, your team will be able to select which camera location is the right one for your event. The more teams in your conference, district, and network that have a Focus device, the less work you have to do in packing equipment to away games and tracking down people to record. Getting video from your away games is super simple. When you enter your schedule on Huddle.com, list the game as away. Then, when you enter your opponent's name, you'll want to select it from the dropdown that appears. Selecting the team from this dropdown will let us link your game directly to their schedule, and if they have a Hudl Focus camera on their gym or field, we'll automatically upload that video to your library after the game, often before you even get on the bus to go home. If you don't see your opponent's name here on the dropdown when entering, it means they either do not have Hudl or a Hudl Focus camera currently. In that case, you'll want to make sure you record the game using the Hudl app on an iOS device or on your Handycam. Now we'll go over a brief overview of how football teams can integrate their outdoor camera with Huddle Sideline. When we talk about integrating Focus and Sideline, what we're essentially doing is replacing the Pressbox camera with the Hudl Focus camera. We achieve this by connecting the camera to the access point in the Pressbox kit via an Ethernet cable. Where the access point is and what it looks like depends on your type of kit, but these graphics should help you find it. It will say access point on top of it, and will either be a long rectangle with two lights or a 4x4 inch cube. If you have the long access point, you will want to locate this black connector cord that was included with your outdoor Focus camera. You will want to then simply plug in the orange Ethernet cable into either the LAN 2 port for the cube access point or the LAN port for the long access point. Then plug in the other end of the orange Ethernet cable into the first accessory port on the back of your Hudl Focus camera. Once we're connected via Ethernet, the Focus camera can then be selected as a camera source in the Huddle Sideline app, and users can continue their sideline workflows as they normally would. Keep in mind that you will need to make sure your game is in your team schedule on Huddle.com like usual, so that the Focus camera knows to start the recording. I know we've taught you a lot today, but don't worry, we're always here to help. Before we go, I want to make sure I leave you with some support resources we have to make sure you're always up and running. For Focus-specific help, head to huddle.com/support/focus/guides to find awesome user guides on Hudl Focus for athletic directors, coaches, facilities, and IT. To get help directly from your Hudl account, click the box in the bottom right-hand corner. Search for whatever question you have regarding Hudl, and you'll instantly be given the tutorial you need. To learn anything about Hudl, or if you need a reminder on how to do something, you can go to huddle.com/support to find tutorials, how-to videos, and quick start guides. I also want to make sure you know about our Training with Hudl YouTube channel. To find our channel, go to the YouTube and search Training with Hudl. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to get access to our how-to videos and video walkthroughs. By subscribing to this channel, you'll be notified anytime we release a new video.